Hi people, welcome to my channel Wise Habits. This is your boy Muzo back again with another one, and it goes without saying, if this is your first time coming to the channel, I'd like to say thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on the videos. Let me know your thoughts, and if you're coming back watching these videos and you've been to the channel and you're a subscriber, I appreciate you. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment and share the video. And with that being said, with this one I'm going to be talking about increasing your value. But before I get into it, I'd like to tell you guys how I came about this topic. And I can't take all the credit. I'll give props to my friend Ishmael. He's the one we were talking. And I asked him, I was like, what topic do you think I should speak on next? And he said, speak on increasing your value. And I was like, actually, that's actually a good topic. Because one, it's something I'm already doing. And that's why I can speak on it, because then I can share my experience of it and how I'm doing it. Then secondly, it's actually like this video comes like a part 2 to my first video, which is becoming valuable. So I was like, that makes sense. So with that being said, yeah, and also let me shout out his channel, Simplicity of Faith. Do check him out. He's got his own YouTube channel as well, and he's doing his own thing. So well done, bro. With that being said, let's get into this. Increasing your value. When I think about increasing your value, 3 keywords come to my mind. 3 keywords: learning, discipline, consistency. I'll repeat those again: learning, discipline, consistency. See, when I speak about this, I'm going to use a job as an example because it's easily relatable. I hope we've all held a job, we all currently have a job. So that's why, if you notice, if you watch my videos a lot, I use a job because it's so easy to measure your goals on the job, and the most obvious one is how much you want to be making at a certain age or at a certain, I don't know, certain level. That's one of my main goals I've set myself personally in a couple of years and things like that. Okay, like at this age I want to be making this amount, doing this, things like that. And this is something I had in my mind from early, like when I just started my working career. So that's why I use jobs a lot as an example. So let's hit the first keyword: learning. See, learning is the acquisition and refinery of the knowledge you've acquired that makes you valuable. You see? And then the discipline in this case is tricky because it's synonymous to consistency. However, we can marginally distinguish these two by stating that discipline is a prerequisite of consistency. You cannot have consistency without discipline. So now let me put this in perspective. The learning for me is where I'm still reading books, studying, and I'm still listening to my mentor's tapes. And the discipline is where I try to remove distractive measures that stop me from hitting a routine and therefore achieving consistency. Now, to dive more into this, this all started off with setting a goal for myself. Like early on when I started working, I had a set amount I wanted to be making. So, and then early on I learned that in order to reach that amount I wanted to be making, just experience alone won't get me there. I'm gonna need to develop some skills. Fair enough, actually experience would get me there, but it will take long. You know, it's not always about working harder, but you gotta be smarter as well. So thank God I learned that from quite early on in my career, probably 3 years in. Yeah, 3 years in. And I realized that in order to make that and hit that target I set, I'm gonna need to become more valuable. And how am I gonna become that? By acquiring some skills. And I went about reading and studying. That's how you acquire those skills. However, increasing them, you also have to keep learning and obviously refining that knowledge, and that helps in increasing your value. Because whatever I've done to become valuable, believe me, I'm still doing it. And this is the learning and the studying. And the discipline came about as putting measures in place that stop me from being distracted. See, I'm a firm believer that your mind is at its freshest in the morning. And also secondly, working harder on yourself than you do on the job. So therefore, My plan and routine was to wake up at 6 a.m., work on myself, which is reading and studying and listening to my mentors tapes, and then later on get ready and go to work. But this came about early on as a real struggle, because I love watching movies late and I love going to bed late. I'll stay up for no reason. I think it's a bad habit I developed in uni, doing assignments late, and when I was a gamer, playing games late. I used to play FIFA quite a lot. I think this habit has stayed with me for a long time and I find it very hard to get rid of. But I've put some measures in place to not distract me from achieving my goals, or should I say now, achieving that much needed routine, which therefore sees me achieve consistency, because now the distraction is removed, or should I say the destructive measures are put in place, therefore nothing there is there to distract me, and now I'm free to get on with what I want to do. Therefore now I get in a routine and achieve consistency. And now with these three in alignment: discipline, learning, consistency, or should I mention them in the natural order in which you ought to apply them in, which is learning, discipline, consistency. This is what saw me about achieve my goals and increase my value. And these are the same key words and habits I applied to teach myself how to personally invest and trade. See, but how do you now keep on growing in value or keep on increasing in value? Remember, 3 key words: learning, discipline, and consistency.